Fucking slow. So, Chad, how many people were here yesterday for this? I'm just kind of curious. Because this game, it's like Banished, but more. It's another one of those. So I have a little bit of an idea of what I'm doing. So initially, I just complain that icons are so small, but it's interesting. We want to find some clay, we want to find some food, there's deer there. We don't want to be super close to wolves or things that will eat us. Ooh, I think we are going to operate entirely off of fishing and water. That is cool, actually. So a few minutes, gotcha. We just need to be somewhere not very desirable, obviously. Lots of water. And then F, what? Fertility? Okay, so there's a farming spot right there. And there's, what, is that an iron ore? Okay, so cool. So there's an iron ore deposit there. Oh, shit, bunch of iron ore. So that's just going to be, like, one big mine, I guess. I'm thinking maybe we... I kind of want to settle, like, right here. What do you guys think? Like, beachfront property on a lovely lake? Seems kind of chill. You know what? Maybe let's start her off right here. Maybe on this rock. And we'll build a bunch of fishing out there. I think we can do some pretty cool shit with this. All right. Let's dive in. So everybody's going to want housing and stuff. We're going to play real slowly and keep it on the low speed. Although I am going to go into the harvest resources thingy and harvest all this. Kind of in the general vicinity. Harvest everything out to there, into that. Just let them kind of get to it. So yeah, no, this is it's a city builder. It's a survival city builder or a survival colony. I think it's more of a survival city builder because it is quite large scale. You very quickly will run out of firewood if you don't start cutting firewood right away. You'll run out of food if you don't start prepping food right away. Diseases happen, you need to take care of people, and that is actually quite a fun loop for games. All that's really missing usually is just balancing, and if you can get the balancing down packed, then you're pretty much golden. I think our food is going to be fishing shack because, like, look at all these places we can fish here. So I'm quite happy with this. That's actually a really high amount of fish. So I think we're just going to do like fishing shack, fishing shack, fishing shack, and then build smokehouses and just get fishing going. We can build housing up over here. We can do like something nice up here. And I don't know if there's wolves around or if there's going to be problem critters that are going to cause us issues, but nice thing is, this will be easy to build a wall around because, and fences around because, you know, we're on kind of this almost peninsula. So I'm quite happy with this. It's a nice spot, actually. And also the sound design in this game is wonderful. Super chill game. But I do have a lot of complaints about its UI. You can't scale these icons up, which is annoying. To put it kindly. We're going to real quick pause here. And I'm going to get a fishing shack built. That one that I was talking about. Roads aren't super important right off the bat, but you're going to need them pretty quick. I think once this is built, I should be able to get that. What's the word I'm looking for here? Once that that is built, we can get housing and the wood cutting areas open. We'll need a stockyard pretty quick to start managing other things. Something that I found kind of funny is, like, since I played a bunch of this yesterday, I've been getting recommended all of these articles on like PC Gamer of just like #1 tips on how to survive in this game, and all I have to say is this game isn't hard enough to really warrant much of that, at least not on the normal difficulty. Did I post on Discord? Yes, I did. So, thank you very much, everybody who stuck around from the game swap, by the way. Much appreciated. So this is going to be a firewood splitter. You know what? Let's move Let's move this, like, maybe right there. To kind of get it a little closer to that, out of the way of things. And hopefully the bitrate can keep up. It mostly did yesterday from looking at the VOD, but I think that this will be a much better kind of first impression because I've mostly figured out the gist of what needs to be done in this game, especially at the start now. Whereas previously, maybe not so much. I think I'm going to build a little roadway up this way. We're going to get storage back there. I'm going to try and put things a little bit closer together than previously. We're going to need water real quick. Which I need stone for, which I do have 30. Because I plopped this down right on a rock for a reason. Bunches of herbs and willows and other harvestable things. We'll need some harvesting going on over here, I think. And seriously, thank you for the bits in between games, by the way. This month is actually like not so much concerning for me. Like I've been doing okay. Like I'm not complaining. I think that you guys are extremely generous, and so I'm very fortunate to have a lot of the viewers that I have. But I know a lot of streamers that are really struggling right now to the point where it's like I feel like it's every single day I look at Twitter and I see people talking about no fishing range. That's not true at all. There's absolutely fishing range. I feel like every day I look at Twitter right now and it's just I see another streamer just talking about how they're kind of going bankrupt. So I have a feeling that they're not going to be an exodus, but another like this has happened before where large numbers of streamers around the same time all stop streaming full time due to financial reasons. And I'm worried we're going to have another big one of those. But it's a little annoying that I can't build that there. Let's flatten this. It's quite a bit of work, but we can flatten it. I don't want to build too close to town center, so let's get storage constructed here. I don't want housing too close to town center specifically. That'll be my storage spot. Get that well done so we can have a stockpile of water. They're going to go over here and flatten all this. Bit of recession fallout. I mean, what's the first expense people cut? Unnecessary expenses, right? What's an unnecessary expense? Twitch subscriptions and bits. So, like, I'm not gonna name names, but putting it bluntly, I've seen a lot of people saying some pretty dire things, which sucks. We're gonna start plopping down housing. As soon as this flattens out enough for housing. Thing. There we go. Pop those 3 down. And that will help the desirability as well as solve the housing problem for the current moment. The other thing that we're going to start up is a smokehouse, which preserves fish but uses firewood. However, living next to this thing is not very desirable. So I need this guy to be producing as much as possible, although they can only have 1 fisherman per. So I'm going to build a second one. Build one there, and I'll just move the circle over here, which is something I didn't figure out until like the end of yesterday. You can like click this button and move the range that they harvest at. So I can build this here and then move it like into this. area right here. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about, wave depletion. It's like, it's the first real cost that people cut, but I think we're gonna get harvesting, like a foraging shack over here. That doesn't actually need a walkable way up to it. Okay, so some people are now housed. 4 out of 12 are now housed. Isn't it? Although my poor fisherman is not housed. Caught 6 fish, so that's good. And the second fishing shack built is getting done, and the smokehouse will get done after that. But yeah, I mean, there's been a lot of kind of, not doomsaying necessarily, but I feel like every time I look up and look around at like streamer Twitter especially, there's people complaining about money, people complaining about Twitch's revenue split not being great, which generally is just means that people are having rough months, is usually what that means. It's totally not Final Frontier. No, it's the Final Frontier. Diamond, why are you still awake? Serious question, man. I mean, I appreciate you sticking around and continuing to chill and watch, but yeah, I mean, it's much more like Banished, right? It's much less like Caesar. It's not about walkers and like upgrading buildings in that sense. Mechanically very different, but sure. Although on that front, I'm very much looking forward to that Pharaoh remaster, which looks so good. That demo was good too. God, want that game. Building that up. I also kind of adore the music in this game. We're midsummer year 1. So we've powered through a lot of time already. You know, I think this game needs to check its herb placements. Those herbs are definitely underwater. Unless they're like shallow water growing herbs or something. Huh. There's a particularly high density fish deposit right there. Interesting. This is almost finished building. So this has no fish in range, but I can move this over here. I wonder, can I just... Wow, I can. But that's, I guess, going to extend their commute time. There we go. We now have 2 fish. Forager Shack is underway. Exiting within the hour? Gotcha. Late night game session? What you playing, dude? The kind of neat thing about this game to me is the studio that made it is kind of an unexpected studio to be making a game like this for me. It's made by Crate. They're the people who made Grim Dawn. Which I think is neat. Like, I'm super keen to see some Sea of Thieves. Gotcha. Super keen to see them try something completely new. Dead by Daylight. Oh yeah, sounds like a good evening, man. I'm also kind of curious, can I make bridges? Guess not. Housing shortage, it's literally gonna be done in a minute game. Literally just need some more wood plopped down here. We're good. Looks like these people are all hacking down trees. Need a few more logs there. Sounds like fossil limestone to you? Well, I mean, right there, bunch of berries. But, see, shoal of fish. There's just a lot of fishies right there. Considering all of my food right now is coming from this shore right here. Literally all of it. You can move the beginner cart? Yeah, that's another thing that I figured out at the very end, is that you can, you know, move this around, use it to store resources quicker. There was a lot of things that I figured out towards the end of yesterday, which made this game make a lot more sense. Weird little buttons that are hidden in the UI. Did Kiri like it? Simon? There we go. Now you can no longer yell at me about a housing shortage game, because there is none! Maybe? That doesn't seem too confident. That sounds like concerned indifference. Didn't like the farming part? The farming UI is terrible. Like it's awful. It needs work. Like it's interesting mechanically, but holy crap, it's bad. New villager immigrated. I will say I love the idea of the way the fishing works, but in practice it is clunky as all shit. Yeah, I mean, like, the UI is like, what were they thinking kind of thing. That's very much how I feel about the UI in this. But the game itself, I do quite like. You didn't like the curved roads? I actually really like the curves in the roads. It makes the cities look real. Instead of like, you know, come on. Cities in this style were never perfectly uniform. Look at any European city. Kiri should know this. So brave, how's this? Playing it again? I did say yesterday I'd be back. I literally did say that. I'll be back tomorrow because I want to play more of this. We're trying farming, or not farming. We're trying fishing. Hope I figured out the farm. Nah. I'm gonna see if I can just play without the farm. Yeah, no, there's a lot of needed features, and I completely agree. But, you know, you see me play dwarves. You know I don't like uniform squares. That extends to my colony builders. And survival city builders. Herbs, nuts, eggs, and willow. Sweet. We are producing more food than we are consuming, which is what we want. But why do I build straight roads? Because there's been no reason to build curves yet. Also, that one isn't straight. This one's on a slight angle in comparison to the rest of them. But welcome back to another day of me complaining about UI, Risha. Honestly, like, the music is maybe the best part of this game so far, though. I'm very partial to cellos. Trying to remember what game it's reminding me of, the music. except for the upcoming DF UI. I mean, honestly, I'll probably have lots of feedback and complaints about that too. But I already know how to play that game, so it's just gonna be a matter of figuring out where all the UI bits are. Music is not off-putting. Okay. Yes, no, I would agree with that. It's also just really nice to play a really pretty survival city builder again. It's like, I always talk about how much I don't like Banished, and I don't. I really don't like Banished. But what I do like is the way Banished looks. It's a very pretty game to just look at. And I enjoy that part of it a whole lot. All right, we are getting close to winter. Let's not build the saw pit just yet. Let's build the root cellar. Let's prioritize you. And hack down some more trees. The thing is, like, I don't like the way Banished plays to the point where the mods don't really make it better. And I tried a couple mod packs back in the day. I haven't tried that one in specific, but Banished to me is a game that's always desperately needed a sequel. You know? It's like, I want more, like, the thing about modding a game, right, is you can always add new things to a game and mod it, right? But it doesn't actually make the game different. It just adds more things and changes the general flavor. But if you don't like the base mechanics of a game, modding a game doesn't necessarily make it better. I want Banished, but with better base mechanics. If that means anything. Knock down them nice big trees. You can export your village to a Grim Dawn and play a little mission. But that's that. If you could export cities in this game into Grim Dawn, that would almost be on the same level of yes and kind of rad. Even though I don't play Grim Dawn, but that would be the same level of kind of awesome as like Streets of SimCity, where you could just like drive around in your city in like a James Bond car and shoot rockets and blow up police cars and all that shit. Did anybody here ever play Streets of SimCity? That was my jam for a minute when I was little. Produce red berries which ripen late in fall. Times of desperation, hawthorn berries are one of the last remaining food sources for settlers. I'll just get rid of those, I think. Why they left that log there, but there you go. Just need to get that done. And I can put this one right here. Seems like 3 fishing huts and a forager is enough to keep 13 people alive. That's a lot of fish. Yeah, Simcopter is very similar to Streets of SimCity. Streets of SimCity was like Simcopter, but you drive around instead of fly around, you know? A new villager was born, 2 new immigrated. We are consistently producing more food than we are eating, so that's good. All right, time to build. Actually, you know what? Let's just let things sit for a minute. Just let them finish building that. Finish building the last house. Once all of that is done, I think then we'll get maybe like an outer fence kind of constructed to a degree. Kind of along this road and like down this side. Added by the Rush Hour expansion. You could do that in SimCity 4. I had no idea about SimCity 4. I mean, Streets of SimCity was SimCity 2000. 6 people have arrived. Yeah, we're good. We can take an extra 6 people as the assistants early on. You heard about but never saw? I played it at a friend's house once. Don't think their copy was legal. Yeah, that's plenty of food. 5 months worth of food? Starting to move into winter. But how are you doing this evening, Bob? Or afternoon, I guess? There's plenty of footage of Streets of SimCity on YouTube, though. So there's birds' nests. Okay. We got 32 housing. We just need to get this root cellar done, which just needs logs. All that it needs, so I just need them to just come over here and chop down trees. I could name all these individual villagers, but I don't see it as like super beneficial. So if anybody really wants their name as one of these villagers, just let me know. Grab you one and I can give you one. But I don't see it as super beneficial because they don't really have much that differentiates them. They're all just kind of the same, unfortunately. Well, let's go down to here. I'm gonna go up to there. Go all the way over to here. Now this is something that I'm not a fan of. I wish it was easier to tell where I'd built these fences because they're basically invisible. At least to me, they're basically invisible. All right, there we go. But they only need 1 log per. It's gonna take a lot of logs to get. So something that we're going to need to deal with pretty quickly is people having problems with the environment. I'm not going to have hunting right away. More people want to join my settlement. That's okay. You need to get inside, friends, so that you don't freeze your ass off. How do I turn this thing off? I know there's a hotkey for it. I don't know. Figure it out eventually. Building a quaint little fishing village. While I run out to the far ends of town. Begin building this tiny little fence. Sure, it won't be very efficient, but I will do my damnedest. Wood in this? It doesn't look like it. What a shame. So just let them build up that fence. While we enjoy the snow. And wish it would cool down outside. If you know what I'm saying. I know a few people picked from my chat picked this game up yesterday. I'm really curious to hear what they think of it, because I know what I think of it at this point, which is just it's a really solid foundation. It has a lot of clunky issues that make it kind of annoying to play in some respects, but these fences will keep wolves out. Turned off my depth of field settings. That's a tad annoying. I guess their patch today completely redid, or broke all of my settings that I changed. There we go. Trees disappearing, logs appearing. Pick them up, and then they run to the location. What's that button do? Oh, it takes you to their home. Okay. Gotta say, I'm impressed by how efficient these fishing huts are. Like, I wasn't expecting those fishing huts to be particularly efficient. But just 3 of them? We're doing just fine. We're almost through winter. Look at that. Beat up time until we get through winter. Also, I gotta say shout-outs to this guy. He works so hard. Look at that. Just literally one hit. What a one-hit wonder. Doesn't even get up. That was already melting. Still working on that fence. They didn't make a lot of progress in the winter, so let's speed up time. 3 new villagers have arrived. Also, as always, any kind of chat interaction or conversation is greatly appreciated. Because the game swap did lose us a lot of people, and today's been kind of quiet all day, so. Anything to give me something to talk about that isn't just straight commentary is appreciated. I want to just do straight commentary and make YouTube videos, which I do, but currently streaming. Fortunately, they've kind of taken a break and done a bunch of wood collecting. Also chopping down a lot of these trees to make way for this fence, which I'm sure is going to help. We can then do a road along the inside of the fence. Which will also be quite helpful. Where are you? Can I ask where you're searching for an apartment, Raz? And why you're moving? Is it like a work thing, or is it just like getting priced out of your area? I think searching for an apartment almost anywhere is expensive. Obviously, some places are more expensive than others, but Rhode Island? Gotcha. Yeah, I feel kind of the same way. Although, I'm kind of thankful that some laws have changed recently that is making the purchasing of apartments a little cheaper. I was watching a YouTube video the other day talking about Prague specifically, where like almost nobody actually lives in downtown Prague because entire housing blocks have been just bought out in their entirety by international buyers. So very few actual residents live in the city. I think it's kind of sad. Push that road out of there. That road's already been pushed through that one. This side hasn't been started yet, but we'll have to do the same thing over there. Oh, you lived with family through the pandemic. Oh, I gotcha. Is that just to battle isolation, or? Not more of a practical thing. You don't have to answer that question if you don't want to, but at least you had family that you could do that with. That is brave of them. He's like decapitating her with every hit. Now he's just like literally hitting her with the axe. My guy. I mean, like, that's like not okay. Dude, stop hitting the lady with an axe. Well, at least they got the tree. It's funny. I love how they do this all over the place, actually. Like, this guy's just, like, decapitating this dude, and she's just hitting him in the ass. And the fence, actually. Okay, I need to zoom in on them chopping down trees more often. This is very funny. Had to clip that. I'm sorry. Because I know not many people are here right now, so no one else is going to do that. I need that for personal research reasons. Zillow Housing Corporation was trying to maintain monopoly here. Thankfully, they're getting considerable pushback. That's good. Yeah, that needs to happen that way. Got 19 adults, 8 adolescents, and 3 infants in this world. This area, 27 of 30 are fit to work. I really like the way this fence looks. Pretty. All right, so what can we do? I think we need to get planks rolling. Now that we've got a good kind of surplus of firewood as well as logs stored up. Let's get that saw pit up and running. Let's plop you. Kind of in line with this little road here. And I can build this through here. Because I think that we're going to have our permanent saw pits kind of around this area. Yeah, we have similar things with various housing corps where they buy whole buildings, but the real issue isn't the local companies. The real issue is international investment from Chinese buyers. They buy out almost entire apartment buildings before they're finished being built. Price the locals out of the market, and then charge ridiculous amounts of rent. Quite literally gentrifying us out of our cities. That was a big problem, although they've changed the laws, basically heavily restricting international buyers and in some cases buying them back, which is benefiting a bit, but prices haven't started coming down yet because all of the local contractors have built these buildings with an expectation of getting a certain buying price, and if they don't get that buying price, then, well, they are losing a lot of money and potentially losing jobs, right? So they're trying to keep the housing prices up for right now, but it's not going to last very long, I don't think. I'm going to build a second well kind of up there. It's good to just kind of have wells around in case something catches fire. 65,000 in debt? Hell yeah. That's one of the reasons I'm probably never gonna go into get student debt or any kind of debt of that sort, because I don't want to have to move back in with parents. Like that's not something I'm willing to do. I'm envious of anybody who has the kind of relationship with their parents and family that they could live with their family for extended periods of time. There's no shame in that. It's just I don't have that kind of relationship with my parents. We don't get along that well, unfortunately. I get along real well with my parents in short bursts, but long periods of time, nope. Absolutely not. I really want to get this stream fished. Unfortunately, I don't have... Where the heck did I put the gate along here? I think it was right there. Nope, that's the corner. Where? I know I put a gate in here somewhere. Question is, where did I put the gate? Or did I put the gate up here? I know I put a gate in here somewhere. I'll figure it out. Let's just wait until they're finished building this thing and then... Just wait until they're finished building this thing and then we'll build the gate. Looking at you, Smokehouse. Yeah, the Smokehouse was the biggest culprit last time, yeah? The most commonly smoldering thing in the entire city. Although, you know, honestly, I think we should expect nothing less with a place called a Smokehouse. Like, at some point it's oh yeah, well, we should just expect that, you know, you build a smokehouse and it's going to constantly be smoldering. Although true, it is called a smokehouse, not a smolder house, so. Put the storehouse there, right next to the saw pit. Actually, you know what? Let's not build you just yet. Let's cancel that. And thanks for sticking around, Aqua. Like the background audio is a bit too loud. All right, so the guy outside who's serenading the entire building now just sounds like he's screaming. He's taking up the... Oh, what's her name? Blanking on the name of this one singer that I'm thinking of, who doesn't really sing. She just kind of shouts loudly. And not even in, like, a musical way. She just, kind of. I'll think of it. All right, let's run that over there. Lord? Sure, but not who I was thinking of. I'm gonna Google this. Katy Perry. You ever see footage of Katy Perry live? She doesn't sing. She shouts like this, very loudly. Scratch your itch of wanting to try it. I think I've gotten better at it. Like, I don't mean to toot my own horn too much, but I think that the problem that I was having previously, because I was thinking about this last night, is these types of games, usually, the way you want to play them is diversify immediately. Like, have every single resource immediately. You want to have access to as many different kinds of resources and as many different food sources and as many different materials as quickly as possible. But I was thinking about this game last night while I was unable to sleep, and not because of not being able to play this game very well, but just because I wasn't able to sleep. I think that this game, you focus really hard on one thing early, build using that one thing, and then expand later. And from what I've seen so far of this attempt, I'm completely correct. What did I type into Google? I kissed a girl. It's literally what I typed into Google. I knew the name of that song. Although technically I typed it into Quant, not Google. Commute time, not so much. I think it's mostly just don't diversify quickly. Like, just firewood and a food source, and focus on that one food source and expanding your population. From there, start building more complicated stuff. And don't start doing that until you have a surplus of everything. Seems to be the number one thing. You need a market. Which I just need a storehouse for. We're gonna wait until this whole fence is done. No, see, here's the thing. You just get completely fucking bottlenecked if you try and diversify. That's the problem. Everything bottlenecks you if you diversify too quickly. And I watched a couple of streams of this last night, and the people that were doing well were focusing on a few specific things instead of just trying to do everything. And in all of my early attempts at this, I tried to do everything, and it just fell apart. And I've already made more progress in 40 minutes in this city than I did in the first 4 hours yesterday. So I can't even access traders yet, and I'm already like running a more stable city. So yeah, no, don't agree. But we're gonna go for that joel of fish right here. Bird production. Fishing shack. And I'll just plop it right there. Oh, that's a hunter cabin, not... Why do I always, like, go to build hunter cabins instead of housing? I don't know why. They just look like the icons look identical to me for some reason. I see that, I'm like, ah, yes. Housing. That's not housing, you idiot. And, like, all of my food right now is fish. Like, that's what I'm using to feed everybody right now. Yes, absolutely. So it's like if you're starting with plains, you're obviously not going to do very well fishing. You got to do hunting against the wild boars and farming. If you're starting in the alpine, it's a lot of hunting and it's always two things. It's hunting and foraging. This one seems to be fishing and foraging. Because I've like barely seen any wildlife around so far. Whereas like something like Banished, or even something like End Zone, that I think a lot of people are used to playing, are very, 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 very much focused. Let's go out there and explore that at some point. Are very, very, very much focused on the one of everything. Have a little bit of everything kind of thing. Also, I just realized that you were agreeing with me with the using traders to sell excess, but yes, this just traders is not something you get for a while. And also, like, I would be like, oh no, I'm out of resources, I gotta build shit. Well, build shit where the resources are so that you don't need to harvest the resources. The other thing that I figured out is, like, I would always just sit there and be like, well, I need to wait until I have logs. No, just build housing where there's a lot of trees, and then you'll have the logs. It's like the duh logic thing that I like didn't like come to terms with the last time I played, or the first time I played rather. So it's like I'm sitting here going like, man, the game needs to like give me a tool to just be like, chop down those trees. It's like, no, just build on the trees, you dipshit. Which just makes me feel kind of stupid, to be honest with you, but... build another smokehouse up here. Well, that's not super... I don't understand. I guess the smokehouse must, like, be smoky and stinky. I don't fully understand why they're so undesirable to live near. To know a lot of games like it, so you would think so that you would only assume that you would have to think the same way. Yeah, it's like if you play XCOM and then suddenly, it's actually like I played that one game that was like XCOM a while ago. Shit, what's the name of it? It had a weird name. Anyway, there's that one XCOM-like game, Not Invisible Ink, that's like all focused on spies, and everybody's just like, why are my bullets doing no damage? It's like, well, bullets don't do damage in that game because the bullets are all air quotes covering fire and intentionally can't hit anything ever. Which is kind of a crazy way to think about a game like that. It's like, it's all suppressive fire. And then you had like a suppressive fire meter and then one bullet kills because they're not super soldiers, they're just spies in the 80s. Which also was a game that like was really poorly received because everybody's like, this game doesn't work. It's like, well, no. They're like putting out like diagrams and examples of like why their system works and why it's interesting, and then people got real mad at them and made them change it. Whereas I thought it was a really cool game and then they changed it and it got less cool. 3 new villagers, we're up to 36 already. Let's build that storehouse. Which actually isn't as busy as I thought it would be. So, you know, let's actually put that right there. Also really appreciate the little details, like you see the different piles of stuff show up in these. And all the different stages of buildings being constructed, like this. That kind of stuff I appreciate a lot. But I still think that the farming UI in this game is utter dog shit. And the UI in this game is very poorly explained. Like, extremely poorly explained. I mean, I've also run into that a couple of times with RTS games where it's just like, oh, this is an RTS game, but it's like such a different, weird take. And like, you know, not your normal conventional, not your mutter's RTS game, like not your conventional RTS game. That when other people try and play it and they're just like, what is this? And then it gets bad, like poorly reviewed and doesn't do super well, not because the game is bad, but because it's just designed so differently, or such a unique, different take on the concept. that it just gets trashed because of it. I don't know. I mean, that kind of stuff's a bit of a shame. Usually most games you do like scaffolding and stuff in place and then deconstruct the scaffolding to the main model. It's way better to have the slow pacing. I mean, it's not that many steps. It's like maybe 4 or 5 different models per building, but still, like, they're cool. I mean, it turned into that, right? Which is just a bigger storage. Can also upgrade these roads now. Anything else I can upgrade? Still need the... Kind of wish that there was like an upgrade all button. You know, what can you do? All right, we need that marketplace. Get those taxes incoming. So this whole upper corner up here is just going to be housing. That can be the marketplace. We can put trading right here. I'm really curious to see what those roads look like once they get upgraded. A lot of work to get done, so we'll let them do work on that now. There's still plenty of food. We just finished up another fishing hut, which currently has nothing in it. So that's not the greatest fish supply right there, but hey. Actually, you know what? Let's just do right along there. Yeah, there we go. So this now has somebody working at it. We got more housing too. More trees going down. We gotta bring 10 rocks, which we got 60 plus of, and they gotta bring 150 log, or not 100. We got 150 logs. We just gotta bring the logs up here. And all this stuff gets done. Yeah, you can move. That was something I figured out at the end of yesterday, is that you can move the harvest circles. Felt very, 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 very stupid when I found that button. To the point where, like, I just didn't say anything. It was like one of the last things I figured out yesterday. It's just like, oh, you can click this button to move this. Duh. Of course you can. Like, that was even a mechanic I was talking about earlier. To the point where I don't think I'm going to put the VOD from yesterday up. I think I'm just going to put today's up, because this is a much better representation of this game. Why did I put an Explorer flag there? What, moving the harvest circles? Oh yeah, absolutely. Looks like we're making it through the winter. I'm sad. This is my second to last can of sparkling water. Year 3, let's go, Mario. New villagers born. All right, so now we just give it a minute. Because I need this done before we can really do much else. They have moved everything. It's just a matter of bringing all the materials over. And then I want to wait for a surplus of planks first. Although we're going to need kind of a ton. But I guess maybe we just build more housing. Yeah, let's just build some more housing. We're also redoing a lot of these roads, which is partially what's taking time. I don't think that they'd make those little string fences around the roads while they're doing that. Shareware games with no manuals, and there was like no tutorial in the first few hours. Like, what the fuck does this button do? And pressing. Yeah, I mean, it reminded me kind of actually of learning. Like, you know what? SimCity 3000 legit took me and my dad a week of fucking around to figure out how to actually make buildings start to spawn. And when we found the button that lets you build sewers underground and pump water into your city, because the copy we had didn't have the manual, like just the light bulbs that went off above our heads and like houses started building, we're like, oh my god, we figured out the game. Like we spent like weeks, like not like maybe not weeks, but like a good week trying to figure out how to make that game work. I wonder, how many laborers do I have? Oh, I got 19 laborers. Like, see, that's what you want. You want 19 laborers. Also, I don't think you should start with farming on any map in this game. Like, I think farming is like the last thing that you do. To the point where I almost feel like farming should be further down the tech tree. Because farming requires so much time and so much labor. It's like one decently sized farm requires like 10 people to run. That or like you should be building tiny ass farms, like 2 squares across or something. And they like, and then the farmers like don't do squat half the season. It's like, oh my god. It is, yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's real, but I mean, that's the sort of thing that can be benefited so much with just simply a tutorial. Like mills and bakeries and shit? Yeah, and you don't actually have access to build any of that shit because you need heavy tools for all of it. Heavy tools cost like 400 something per tool and you don't get them until tier 3 and it's like... Yeah, versus just eat a fish. Eat a fish and like send out somebody to go find some herbs and spices. Problemo solved. Oh, kind of disappointed by the view count today. I'm just gonna leave it turned off, I think. It's one of those days. But yeah, on the podcast, and people are, when my team asks me if I like this game, I'll be like, well, I didn't on the first day. Then I like went to bed and thought about it for a bit. And now I really like it. I think I upgraded too many of these roads. The upgraded roads look identical to the previous ones, I think. Actually, hold on a second. Are they please tell me they're becoming cobblestone. Unless that's just the entrance. They're becoming cobblestone. Look at that. Hell yeah. Look at that. That's what I'm talking about. Cobblestone roads. Let's go. Dirt's for literal plebs. Still haven't finished that market because too many, they don't work on the roads. Let's just prioritize that market and get that tax income rolling. Or not tax income, but that income going. Yeah, that's what Diamond was saying a few minutes ago. Is that Kiri wanted to throw something at this game too. I mean, the farming UI for this game is extremely bad. Which is funny, because like, Dwarf Fortress has almost identical farming mechanics. The difference is Dwarf Fortress just does it. Whereas that game expects you to know how to do that sort of thing. I'm gonna go get me a glass of water. I'm gonna go put this little water can away. Back in like 10 seconds. Make it some that... yeah, no, I mean, designing UI is difficult. Also, by glass, I absolutely didn't mean glass. Excellent. I absolutely meant mason jar of water. Is this game like Caesar 3? It's more like Banished 2. Although, I never played Caesar 3. I played Caesar. But I don't really know what Caesar 3 played like. Did it play like Caesar? Because it's not based on walkers, which is how those games always played. I mean, building town is not very descriptive. I mean, there's a lot of different types of town builders. Yeah, no. So the way upgrading worked in the Impressions city builders. Holy shit, I don't think I've ever actually seen lightning strike a building and it catch on fire before. That's a first. Anyway, the Impressions city builders, the way those games work is you build buildings in certain patterns, and then if they're close enough to the proximity of other buildings, then the existence of the people walking out of those buildings, walking past other buildings, upgrades the other buildings. This game doesn't work like that. So did they, like, fix lightning to actually work overnight? Because there was a patch, and lightning yesterday did nothing. I wonder if lightning was broken. Bet you they broke lightning. Also, they already repaired that building. They weren't repairing buildings yesterday. Yeah, no, this is nothing like that. This is much more of a... I mean, like, as you can see, people don't give a shit about roads, for one thing. It's not an Impressions game. It doesn't play like Caesar. It plays a lot closer to lightning strikes, both striking buildings, both setting them on fire, yeah. Now, this is much more like Banished, if you played that. Or End Zone, which is similar, but completely different than the Impressions games. Kind of like asking, does Caesar play like SimCity? It's like, well, you build a city in both of them, and they're both about economy, but one is like a positioning and... one of them is a positioning game, and then the other one is a completely different kind of game. It's hard to explain, but yes and no. Some more rock. So this thing is causing all of my spoilage now. Did I demolish a church or something? Damn right I did. No, I mean, if there's churches, I haven't found them in this game yet. And this is going to sound weird, but I really wish I could move this well. I don't like where I put it. Oh, well. Just watch for a little bit. You'll know what I mean when I say that it doesn't really play like Caesar. Similar goal, but very different gameplay. That being said, I'm very excited for the Pharaoh remake. I'm going to stream the shit out of that when that comes out. Can't wait. Bulldoze a church and get a tornado? Not SimCity 3000. Although I always played with disasters off, so maybe? I want to make another underground storehouse over here. Not that I actually need it. That thing's filling up pretty quick, actually. All right, let's build another underground storage, a root cellar, another one of these. Just need to wait for them to finish upgrading all these roads, because that's what's really taking all this time right now. But yeah, that sounds like the... Actually, that sounds like SimCity 4, which was probably the SimCity I played the least... Actually, that's not true. The SimCity I played the least of would be SimCity 1, because I haven't played SimCity 1. But that sounds like a SimCity 4 thing. SimCity 4 was like, had Godzilla and whatnot. Same with SimCity 2. SimCity 3000 just had aliens that would, like, if you built nuclear power plants, they would show up and blow up your nukes. Flatten half your city. It was a good time. You know, it was a good time. I was actually the thing that made my dad quit SimCity 3000. He was playing it quite a lot for a bit there. Then he got his first run-in with the otherworldly disasters, and his response was, "This game is dumb," and then never played it again. Although, according to SimCity canon, the aliens in SimCity are actually broccoli. Because right before the aliens would invade, you'd get a news thingy on the news ticker that said, scientists discover broccoli is actually aliens with murder on their minds. And then shortly after they said that, you'd get literal fucking aliens attacking. Which is kind of amazing, but not at the same time. Anode rock. I need the trading post and the pub. Are the next two things that I need. Like we're getting 13 gold monthly. Fortunately, we got plenty of planks, we got plenty of wood. It's just stone that we're short on. I've told them to go out there and get all that. And tell them to go out there and get that. Which is admittedly going to take a while, but... You know, let's run this wagon out there. Get them to just run back and forth between that, and bring them back. We can go get that stuff harvested up real quick and then roll it back over. Takes questionable routes, I will say, though. It's literally a crypt zoom, although not exactly very zooming. There you go, it's a little better. It's a bit more zooming. I love the way it turns. It's just... spins on its axis. More new villagers. We need to build more housing soon. And they just run all this stuff over here. But even just like giving a tooltip right at the beginning, like you can move the wagon to use it as a mobile resource deposit. Would be a really nice thing to know. Can I get this thing mined out too? Okay, you are mining that one out. This should all come out here and mine that next. Plenty of food. Well, let's just move this back down to normal speed. You over there. I mean, that's another thing that I figured out at the end of yesterday is that you can move the wagon. Which also is kind of a fucking game changer. It's basically just a fish market. Okay, I'm going to build another forager. Forager. Once this is done, I'm going to move that out to there. I'll get all those greens as well. Actually, I could just do that central area right there. And I can also upgrade my town center. And get the first real major upgrade done. Also worth noting, if people do need help with anything, you're welcome to just give me a shout. I ain't no expert, but I played enough as of yesterday to be able to answer some basic shit. So let's grab you and disable this so that they will unload all that. Same with all the wood. Might as well also unload all this. At which point they'll all run over to this thing and then unload all this, I think. Oh no, have I overfished? Or does that just mean that there's nobody working? I feel like we may have overfished. Does that mean I need to move the fishing location? I think I've overfished. All right, well, let's work on this. Well, we just need to be kind of careful about the next little bit. Let's just get foraging up and running. Worst case scenario, I'll just disable all that. Although this forager is not going to be that useful in the winter. Area 30%, fish count 0. I do wonder how long it takes for fish to replenish, or rather, I hope fish replenish. I really, really, really hope fish replenish. Harvesting resources. As long as the snow must be that. I love how broken this game's. You know, I should just go disable this game's tutorial because it's just like. The way this game does tutorials is so piss poor. To the point where I think that there's going to be a mini what's the word I'm looking for here? There's going to be like a mini marketplace online just, I do mean just, for tutorials for this game. That is the first time I've seen that tutorial, and I'm 7 hours into this game. Just want to get this done. You can pause the game by pressing spacebar. Yeah, quite literally. It's like, this is one of the strangest balanced tutorials I've ever seen. Did you know this game doesn't care about your time? Nor does it care to teach you how to play it. Predator sighted. Oh no. Fortunately, most humans can outrun predators. All right. Nobody was mortally wounded, but I think it might be time to build hunters. Five in-game years. The game has seasons. You should 5 seasons have passed in-game. The game has seasons. You should prepare for winter. No shit, video game. We died twice already. Thanks for telling me now. All right. Speaking of winter, we're about to pass through winter. The game's threatening me with scurvy. Building that employs an arborist will work this building to maintain and harvest fruit trees nearby. Fertility 99%. That's what I like to see. Tutorial. Don't be shit. Thanks, game. Tutorial. Did you know that you suck? Me thanks. Alright, that I can't actually build right now, so I'm going to disable that construction because I need a clay pit. Hey, the fish came back. Okay, so it was just like basically the next spring the fish come back. Got it. So I guess there's like a limited number of fish per year. It's the first time I've run into that, so. I need, well, I need a stockyard for compost. Which I can plop down there. That was kind of my assumption. Oh, did I run out already? I think I'm overfishing this lake. All right, well, I guess I shall calm down my fishing attempts slightly. It was good while it lasted, boys. It's like they are seasonal, but also they definitely don't last long enough. Gonna build this, and once this is built, I also need a wagon yard. Serves thirsty villages. Brings in a lot of income. So we're gonna make us a pub for the income. Although I'm not certain I'll actually have alcohol to stock it with, but fingers crossed. I'm also going to need a wagon shop. Storage, that's the wagon shop. Yeah. But still the thing I'm the shortest on right now. Stone, so let's harvest these until he wakes up. A couple people in chat will get that joke, and that's kind of funny. For combat in this game, there are raiders. It seems pretty basic though. You can build like guard towers and build armors and weapons. And then there's hostile animals that like to surprise nuke your villagers to death instantly. There's also wild boars. I saw a bear on somebody else's stream. At least I think it was a bear. That or it was a giant fucking boar. But yes, long story short, there is in fact combat. But it does seem kind of basic. Speaking of, predator sighted. Oh, bear. See? Bear. Literally bear. Get him, boys. Oh god, those things hit hard. Okay, that's kind of amusing. Just kick his ass. Holy fuck, those are tough. Come on, kill it. Sure, this thing's got good meats on him. Get him. Like I said, it's very basic, the combat. Come on, you just need to hit him one more time. Stab him. Cut his tail off. Poke his nose. Nah. Ah, come on. Seriously though, holy shit, bears hit hard. Watch us run into another bear. Bet you he's got a lot of meat on his bones. Come on. The fact that my dudes are outrunning a bear is kind of incredible. Ah, they almost got him. I need to build a butcher shop just for this. There we go. Holy shit, they got far away. It took them like half a season to kill that fucking bear. Fastest almost dead bear ever. I mean, like I said, I literally was just saying that the combat in this game is kind of basic. I think you need a hunter cabin to do those, so I'm going to build a hunter cabin. Just because I've gotten some odd predators picked up. 18 miles later. I mean, like, you know those stories of, like, a large bear attacked Jimmy, and then it took them 15 days to track the bear down? I feel like that just happened in this game. and spent the whole season to kill a bear. Dude, bears got a lot of meat on them. Come on. Bears is equals as a lot of meatses. I'm just happy they actually got it. Like, yeah, they had to chase it. Like, if it got away after all of that, I would be pissed. Also, Aqua, you say, what the fuck, fastest almost dead bear ever? Clearly, you've never played Hunter Call of the Wild and shot a moose, and then 40 minutes later, the blood splatters of the, like, 1% left in their HP moose disappears, and there's no moose. And you're like, what the fuck? Did he bleed entirely out and then just, like, regened all his blood? And it was like, boop, I found a healing potion. Because that's honestly how that game feels sometimes. A new villager was born. I'm gonna need more housing soon. I'll build more housing once I have a surplus of stuff up here. That's the pub that we are working on building. Just need planks. But we're just doing some resources gathering. To kill 2 bears to kill 42 children who made fun of a bald guy. I mean, I'm not going to say that Bible stories are logical, but let's just say they're pretty illogical. You're a moose once big. A moose with a healing potion. You'd play that game. I played this game. I want to say it was called like Violent Canada or something. It was a Flash game where you. It was basically like Mario Brothers or something, but you played as a moose, and you'd pick up Canadian flags. And as you picked up Canadian flags, guns would appear on your antlers. And you'd like shoot 4x4s to defend the forest. It was a game that a friend of mine was like, dude, this game's great. I was like, dude, this game sucks. That was like me as a little kid, just like in the mid-2000s being like, I don't know what games you've been playing, man, but this is kind of bad. Like, not the very good. Let me tell you that. Rip absurd Flash games? Yeah, like don't poke the puppy. You poke the puppy and eventually it turns around and bites you. No, those were the days. The thing is, small annoyance. I want to hover over that because it says requires that icon. I don't know what that icon is. What is that icon? Okay, so I have Willow in my inventory. I don't know. That's obviously not Willow, but I still don't know what it is. Is it like wheat? What? Is it something else? Also, we're building a pub right across the street from the little market, so. Blue plant. Yeah, thanks. Requires blue plant. Generic blue plant. I don't know what generic blue plant is, so. If I knew what generic blue plant was, I would go ahead and build one, but I'm unaware of what a generic blue plant is. Now, if it was a red plant, I'd know exactly what that was. But blue plant, no idea. Indigo, you're an indigo. I'll just throw this out for trapping. And I'm also going to assume that that bear corpse went to waste. Where's my sawmill? I can increase the number of people working in the sawmill. Did anyone? I do not know. I don't think they can without the hunter mill, but I could be wrong. I love seeing this. It's collecting poop. Imagine having the full-time job of collecting the poop wagon. Because that's that guy's job. He's pushing the poop wagon. It's a thankless gig. Kind of want to rotate this building. For no particular reason other than it kind of bothers me, the angle that it's at. I'm going to rotate that building. It's just a waste of, like, manpower for a minute, but... Hey, at least nobody died to the bear. There you go. Thanks, I hate it. It's a wagon full of poop, man. Like, what's your job? Removing the toilet. It's I mean, it's hard. It ain't much, but it's honest work, as they say. Exactly, Diamond. It ain't much, but it's honest work. Literally, it's honest work. Matter, it's the work that nobody else wanted to do, so they made the guy nobody liked do it. The real shame are the poor guys working in the sawmill right here, right next to the poop pile. But hey, at least they don't need to go far if they gotta go. I'm not making this any better, am I, Aqua? All right. I just need this thing done. You know, let's get the pub built before we get the wagon shop built. I mean, I need both, but I feel like the pub is should be higher priority anyway. Get all this stuff emptied out. Although, actually, I can just drive this over here. And then it'll just empty straight into that. They can get that stuff cleared way faster. I don't think... Well, actually, no. Somebody must be getting paid here because we're collecting gold bars from the market. So, yeah, I guess they are getting paid. I'm not sure how or in what. Just need 6 more wooden planks here to build the pub. Then the poop worker will have somewhere to go vent off his woes of having the worst job in the whole town. There we go. Guys, the houses need to spontaneously combust so frequently for no fucking reason. The way they put out the fire is amazing. They all run into the middle and dump their bucket directly in the center of the square. So the reason it's not providing any entertainment is there's no beer. What do I need to provide beer? I'm assuming I need to make beer, which probably requires farming, right? Makes honey into medicine. Maybe not even on this tier. Well, let's build this trading post. Very least I have a decent amount of money incoming. But let's wait until we have a surplus of planks first. I guess the brewery's a tier 5 building. Well, I currently have no beer, Dragon. I mean, you can post beer, but I don't think that that will... I mean, if this game had Twitch integration where beer emotes in chat automatically gave the player beer, we'd have lots of beer. 8 people want to show up? Sure. Got plenty of food. Get in here, more the Maui. More the Mario. Considering we are living entirely off of fishing right now still, doing all right. Actually, no, let's build the Avarice building next. Because the beer pub don't have beer yet. Beer ain't build a new school and set this town apart from the other small villages. That's gonna cost me a lot of money, probably, right? What the fuck is a green? Oh, greens. I read that as greets. I was like, what the fuck's a greets? That's what I actually need built. Why do you just go to that? Maybe checking it means they can't walk to it. Alright, well that's done. Also, hope you're doing well today, Dragon. Huh? Alright, well, let's just let them get a surplus of planks going. I might need to actually make more firewood soon. Brewery is a tier 3 building. It's technically a tier 2 building. Because I haven't gotten to tier 3 yet, but... And what I need 125 people and 25 homesteads to upgrade again. Which is a ways off, shall we say. And 30% fishing productivity. I think I'm going to make another fishing post, but I'm going to put it over here. Or rather, I'm going to make them fish right here. But I'm also going to build a clay pit first. Oh, do I have to delete that road? Seems like it. I kind of thought I could build it on the edge of the clay pit. Clearly I can't. Okay. Good to hear, Dragonette. Today's been kind of quiet, unfortunately, but we're getting by. We are, in fact, getting by. Okay, so now that we're working on that clay pit, let's also kind of wish I could just scroll through this whole menu here. Did I get my stone back from the road? Yeah, it looks like I did. Huh, interesting. Reminds you of Banished? Think Banished, but like significantly more complicated and also has some light combat. It took like 6 hours of like fiddling around to kind of figure out what you're actually supposed to be doing. But now that I've kind of gotten past that initial hump, you don't need to play Banished. Let me be completely honest with you. Like, if you're sitting around being like, everybody in the world's played Banished but you, you don't need to play Banished. Banished was very good when it was new. But if you can get it for like $3, it's pretty good now. The idea of Banished is fantastic, but like, actually playing Banished is maybe... Yeah, but like, keep in mind, like, this is early access, so it's quite clunky. Like, it's got some really weird UI quirks. I would actively say that it has one of the worst farming UIs I've ever seen. That's just period, and I'm not the only person with that take. A lot of people I've seen feel that way. The mining UI is awful. And there's a lot of like weird quirks that this game has that are not very good. No longer producing more food than we are consuming. Okay, so I can't make any more. Did people die? Okay, we're gonna need to make a graveyard soonish. Like, maybe I should just go do that. So yeah, the idea is sound here. Like, there's definitely like some weirdness to it, but the idea is sound, and for the most part, I quite like it. Like, this is my second day playing, and I'm liking it a lot more on the second day than I did on the first day. Costs 100 gold to build the school. Well, let's just wait until we have 25 clay. Was that clay or clay bricks? It's clay, okay. So we're making school. We're gonna have big smart peoples. And like, the tutorial is either non-existent in this game or bugged. There's like something about the tutorial where you're like, I just got the how to harvest resources tutorial like maybe 40 minutes ago, and I have 8.5 hours in this game, which is weird. So keep that in mind. 3:40 in the morning, you should be really going to sound. Okay, you have a good night, dude. Sleep well. I'm gonna be playing the Game Jam games tomorrow, I think. Or at least some of them, not all of them. Because some of them, one of them's bugged, and then one of them requires a second person, so I will be playing some of the Game Jam games. As kind of the way to start the stream. And then in the afternoon, we'll be playing Dwarves, and then I don't know what we'll do in the evening. We'll figure it out. We all know you're going to be doom scrolling in bed for 30 minutes. Yeah, I know that feel. Don't doom the scroll too hard, man. Okay. I think I'm gonna ship my wagon. Need to click on you. Not right click to move, and my brain does not understand that. And harvest resources. See what else is up there? It's collecting taxes now, too. We have enough to build that school. Thing's got a really big desirability radius. It also doesn't like being built on a hill. I just want to cram the school in the middle of the... You know, let's cram the school, like, right there. It's going to take a while to get all that stuff done because we need a lot of planks. We're going to harvest all those resources. Actually, you know what? Pause the school. Let's work on this instead. Let's get that done. Get the aberist done so we can get an orchard growing. So I am starting to get a lot worried about food. In fact, other thing that I'm going to build is I'm going to build another fishing shack. Actually, let's cancel that. Build another fishing shack. Maybe two. Trying to get some diseases, which means we're going to start losing our first people. 39-year-old hunter. I mean, who really lived into their 40s in this era? Nobody, right? Well, they're as much a medicine source as they are a food source, right? Like, you get food from them, but the actual benefit of them isn't the food. The benefit of them is... they're quite literally medicine. So this just needs clay. Which they seem to be delivering rather quickly. I think I can just put the trees on that slope there because I don't seem to be able to build anything else there. As long as they're not getting something that's contagious for the sicknesses, I'm totally fine with 1 or 2 people dying occasionally. It's definitely an evil as fuck thing to say, but you know. I need to get my food sources up before I can start heavily worrying about that sort of stuff. I'm hoping that they'll be able to harvest and tend to that tree that's only halfway on there. I don't think they'll be able to actually get to all of these. Kind of wish that this was a square, not a circle, because fitting circles into a square is a tad bit annoying. All right, so we've got Oh, we got pears. Can't remember which ones those ones were. Let's just place a bunch of apples. Fortunately, these don't actually cost any resources to build because you don't need to physically build trees. You just need to plant them. Wonder if my food stores are full. Nope. Guess that's not the issue. To not have people randomly dying? Exactly. We're just getting all up in on the lore, you know? Of random surprise death. Could you imagine trees costing wood to build? I've not to like derail that comment entirely, but have you seen the trees aren't real conspiracy? Because if you want to fall down a fun rabbit hole, that's a really dumb one. My knee-jerk response to you saying no to have you heard of that conspiracy is good, because it is extremely dumb, but it's very funny. It's literally based entirely on some mountains look like giant trees. So there's a conspiracy theory that trees aren't trees. Trees are government spy cameras to spy on us, and they're made of silicon, right? Actual trees are mountains. And when they're blasting and mining, that's where people actually get wood. That's the conspiracy theory. And we're tiny, and we actually live on a giant tree, naturally. That grow out of flat Earth, by the way. So that's... It's one of those conspiracy theories where I can't tell if even the conspiracy theorists take it seriously, and I don't think they do. And I really hope they don't, actually, because that would make me feel worse for people that I already don't pity. I mean, trees aren't real, obviously. Just like birds aren't real. Come on. Get with the program. Birds. If birds aren't real, then trees definitely aren't real. Come on. Let's just not be silly. Let's just be serious here for a second. Of course, trees aren't real. Neither are birds. Everyone knows that the government is spying on us with spy drones that look like birds. You know, there's a video that surfaced on the Vancouver subreddit recently, a couple months ago. And it's literally just like somebody in their apartment in downtown Vancouver filming out their window. Let's start constructing this church. Filming out their window. And there's a chicken flying. Just like flying like past the 20th story in downtown Vancouver. So chickens can fly. It's just the vast majority of chickens have their wings clipped so they can't. But this one didn't and is just flying. And everybody's just like freaking out, both going, holy shit, chickens can fly, and also everybody else is like, that's not a chicken, that's a drone. Obviously. So it's like, where's the drone bit? Just where's the drone bit thinking emoji was just made me like spit out my coffee that morning. It was a good morning. Hey, they stopped being sick. How lovely. So, yeah, I enjoy when the internet gets so far up its own ass it can see the sun. Well, obviously Satan planted the dinosaur bones with his demons, clearly. Also, considering some people think that my name is a lie, I really hope that people can understand my sarcasm when I'm speaking right now. All right. Well, we got more fishing. I'm sure we could also do another one down here. Okay, so we're still consuming more food than we're producing, but we're doing better. This is mostly just a fishing village. Cozy little fishing village. Well, I mean, a friend of mine had a pet bird once, Willem, and he looked at me funny and bit my ear. Definitely not real. Can confirm, absolutely a government agent. He stole my glasses, too. He was trying to, like, remove my ability as a human being to see. It just proves entirely that there's no way that they can't be malicious. How much stuff do I need to... 125 peoples that is throwing me off. All right, well. Yeah, Burb stole glasses. He would literally just, like, peck at your glasses and take them off like this, and then jump over to your other shoulder and take them off like this, and then take them in his beak and fly back to his cage and put them on the ground. It wouldn't, like, damage them, but he'd, like, take them off your face and fly away with them. He was a good bird. I mean, drone. Alright, so we're getting better with food now. Ha, indeed, yeah. Hope you're doing well, Gollum. Interesting. Planting these trees has put a massive increase in birds' nest. I swear that, like, I'm not doing this intentionally. Like, there wasn't birds there, but, like, planting... I wonder if the orchards help the foragers. Yes. I wonder. Things have been all right. Weird couple months, but getting by. All right, so the side of this hill up here has a shit ton of iron. I need to get a road up there so we can start harvesting iron. Maybe we'll put a watchtower up there at some point. Must put more fishing up there too. Hey, there goes the school. Curious to see how much the school costs to run. Last time I played this, my first hospital bankrupted me, so we'll see how the school does. The building is on fire. Oh no, it's getting hot over there. Of course it's the smokehouse. It's always the fucking smokehouse. Go put the fire out. There you go. Well, we've just kind of got a lot of manual labor to get done. We're trying to finish building that school, trying to get the orchards done. Oh, wow. All of the houses are getting nicer. I see. The houses are all turning into homesteads. Does that mean my population density is going to increase? Interesting. So. Uh-oh. Predator sighted. Villager attacked by predator. I have a feeling. Oh, bear ran away. It's fine. Sigh. A new villager was born. Would you look at that? So I'm just gonna let them upgrade these houses. But we do need more housing. The problem is, more than housing, I need more food. I kind of want to give these a year to get done. Interesting. Trees live, I need to grow to maturity. Curious about this soil fertility thing. And cull them for wood. Huh. I'm curious about how long it takes them to... How long it takes these trees to start producing food. Be curious about that. Let's build that. Let's build a little bit more housing. Keyword here is a little bit. What do you mean you... Oh, I see, right. Yeah, there's stuff there. Just got a lot of labor that needs to get done because all these... a lot of these shelters are getting upgraded into homesteads, so we need to give them time to work on those. I'm curious to see what these homesteads look like because I haven't actually seen these before. So... Shitty shelter. Homestead. They almost look Viking-y-ish. Chat, what do you think of these homesteads? What part of the world do you think these are from? This game almost has like a weird Viking-ish feel to it. Not quite, but almost. Has anybody in chat here picked this game up? Curious to know what you guys think about it, if you have. I can't believe I've managed to, like, not kill anybody at this run, though. I've had a couple people get sick, but nobody's died. Let's just get all these homesteads built. It looks like it doesn't increase the population density. To build 25 homesteads. Ay, ay, ay. Pricey side for early access? Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Good night, Bastet. See if I can stop it from doing that. This game likes to mute its volume when I tab out. There's like a bunch of settings in this game that this game does that really bother me. And it's like, yeah, we're just gonna... I don't know why it mutes the music like that when I tab out. Sorry about that. I don't need you to tell me what they do, McDivide. If I wanted, I would ask you. Okay? I'll figure it out. It's fine. Not a big fan of being told what game do. If I can't figure it out by myself, I will ask. I haven't really had time to look yet. It's all good, man. Just please no do. Just always been a bit of a pet peeve of mine. But we're going to put a temporary shelter up here. Up here, I'll probably put fishing. But up here, we're going to mine this. This is all covered in iron mines. Predator sighted! Make the same joke I made a million times, which is same with the alien. Is it bear again? Oh, this time it wolf. Oh shit. If you get inside the fence, they like sawed off. That's kind of neat. Are wolves down around here? I'll start building farms once I feel like I have enough workforce. Every other time I've played this, farms seem to just fucking bottleneck me. Also, technically these are farms. Well, it's an orchard. Because farms require a rather ludicrous amount of workforce for the amount of food you get from them, and their UI sucks to deal with, so. Kind of just gonna avoid farming for right now. At least until the game makes me do it. Which, I think the game's gonna do that eventually. Because there's certain things that require specific resources. I'm actually gonna relocate this building. Let's move you down here. Because I've seen wolves pop on the map. Got finished and then I never moved your circle. Okay, now here's something I don't understand. Chat, feel free to explain this. How does a person get employed at school? What are you? Let's beat the crap out of wolf. There you go. We need hunting soon, I think. But clicking the button doesn't do nothing. Oh, is that because game is buggy? Then I just got here? Gotcha. I was kind of hoping someone who's played this would respond to that one. Holy lag, hello. There we go. Let's see if reloading fixes it. I've run into a few weird things where it's like UI elements seem to not work, and then reloading the game has fixed it. Also seen other people fix things like that, so let's see if that fixes it for me. It's a perfect time for me to clear my Discord notifications, of which I have 3. Blubbity blubbity blah. This is me making interesting sounds with my mouth to entertain myself for this fucking long-ass loading screen. Because I'll tell you this. This is way too slow for an SSD. Ridiculous. To the point where, like, I want to install it on my NVMe drive instead of my SSD, because I've got 2 of them. All right, let's see. Yeah, it still can't clicky that thingy. Like, I might as well just completely disable the thing. I'm just kind of assuming, like, I need higher class of citizens to do that. Clearly. Well, I mean, saying I need something doesn't actually help at all, but I appreciate the thought. I figured as much. Holy lag, hello. I don't think that's what it is. I don't think I need, like, a road to it. No, that's cool. long as I have 5 months of food, we're good. Am I producing more than I'm eating? It's pretty close. Slightly above what I'm eating. And like soil fertility just kind of consistently drops. Also, production capacity goes up slowly as tree maturity goes up, which makes sense. I guess that's just like a slow, steady increase. Well, I do need a trading post, so we'll make that next. You have to wait for an educated migrant. But I'll believe Steam posts, because that sounds like a thing you'd have to do in this game. But sticks out tongue is my response. I feel like we should just go the Star Trek Deep Space Nine route and just get the most qualified sounding mom and just be like, you teach him! That's... It's like, you have a important sounding name. I'll put you in charge. Alright, let's pause for a second. Because I'm almost out of firewood. I was fiddling with other things. Yep, you're good with kids. Oh, you haven't killed your child yet. All right, well, you teach them. Okay, so let's do that. But the other thing that I need... Work camp. Teacher won't show up until the end of winter. I want to make. I'm trying to think of like a migrating bird joke, but the words aren't coming to me. I'm sure we'll figure it out. Just like everything else in this goddamn video game, I'm sure I'll figure it out. I'll also probably ask her a lot of money. I love how production and consumption for food is like identical. I didn't turn it off though. Yeah, I turned it off for a few seconds and immediately turned it on. I'm just waiting. XD. Predator sighted! Well, we can't let them teach the school, that's for sure. Joke was kind of in poor taste, but you know what? I stand by it. Food stocks are low. Thanks, video game. Produce slightly more than we consumed. Hey, person decided to cease being sick. How lovely. I love it when they just stop being sick. What season is... September to October are apples, peaches are June to August. well, we'll get some fruits this year. So that'll be nice. Get this prioritized. All right, well, that'll get us up to 80 people. Yearly taxes collected, damn right. Once this is done, which I need a few more things for it to be done. Once that's done, we can then start. Actually, I've got a bunch of things to be done. Let's not prioritize you. That seems kind of like a waste. I got a bunch of things that need to be done, but especially once this is done. I can hopefully start importing beer, which will just increase people's generalized happiness. Whole bunchies. Well, I have a school. Need a trading post. Need 125 peoples. And more homesteads. And if you're seeing some stuttering, that's because the game is stuttering. Especially on the higher speeds, this game seems to have a little bit of weirdness and lags. Which I don't like very much, but not much I can do. Alright, well. Is there like a delete tool in this video game? So I guess these obviously increase desirability. Obstructed by building. Well, increase your desirability by, knocking this shit down and putting other shit in. By that you mean terrible and obtuse with way too many pretty pictures and not enough actual useful information? Wave depletion? Yeah, very much like a Paradox game in that way. It's like Europa Universalis UI. Very pretty looking. Exceptionally impractical. Let's put all of my money in the trading post. Now let's brute force it. I mean, yeah, we're almost in. Well, actually, theoretically, wouldn't a teacher arrive in fall because that's when kids go to school is in the winter? Because let's be okay, so we have 35 adults and 10 adolescents and 13 children. 50 of them are fit to work. So children don't work, unfortunately. It's like a waste of perfectly good labor, if you ask me, but. It is pretty looking. Definitely the nicest. It almost looks German, that building. It's like a weird mix of Norse and yeah, exactly. Well, I mean, these parents just need to be a bit more business savvy, I would say. Hey, there's the trader. I wish that this UI wouldn't always get stuck up there. It's quite annoying. Bruh, what? It's a weird route. This UI is so laggy, it's pain. Oh my god. This merchant is not buying. This merchant is selling. Okay. You have 615 beer, 5 per. I can buy a decent amount of beer. So if I guess you can do some buying low and selling high stuff. If me, buy beer and put that in my tavern and immediately acquire a teacher for having alcohol, I think that I'll know what teachers need to tolerate these children. But I also am not super hopeful right now. Although that would be kind of hilarious. If I just, like, immediately got... As somebody who needs that to tolerate my cousins at Christmas, when family celebrations happen once every 15,000 years these days, I feel like so should teachers in this era. Hey, Balinor. Hope you've been all right. Hey, Gigi. What's up, dude? Beer is all that you need, what, for, to be a teacher? Let's upgrade these roads. Spend a bit of time doing that. Alright, so we finished this temporary housing. Food production's a little bit low. Build another fishing shack up here. And build iron mine. And counting to 1 million. Someone has to. I love how much of a habit that room has become for a lot of people. We got a lot in the trading post. Is something worth selling? Me? Do I have something worth selling? Not really. Well, I mean, I'd wait until I have, like, actual finished goods. I just have raw materials, and I could sell my raw materials, but, like, stone doesn't seem to be, what's the word? Infinite? You can't remember the last time it hit 4 digits? Yeah, it's been a bit. It's been a bit since it's hit 4 digits. Because, like, when we hit 2077, it was right around the time Cyberpunk was coming out. So, it's been a while since the count has gotten particularly high, but hey, at least it's still going. So once that is up and mining, I can then start making barrels, which I guess I'll do out here. Yeah, I don't need money yet. Although, Tavern's up and running now, which is making me a bunch of money, because I then sell it. So, they take the alcohol and then sell the alcohol back. Shoes and clothes. Because currently I got nothing making shoes or clothes. Bring food out to this. Yeah, we were 276. We never made it to 277 because people got too excited. For those of you who don't know what Balinar is talking about, in the Discord that I have, there's a room where we're trying to count to 1,000,000, one number at a time. I get real annoyed when people screw it up. Just get this finished. But the kind of whole point of it, is to keep the Discord active back when I was a Discord partner. But now that I'm no longer a Discord partner, it's just kind of an ongoing fun little thingy. That's all it really is. Not super efficient, but that just needs 15 planks. Really want to get this mine done. Well, fertility is just tanking. So how do I increase the soil fertility? It doesn't seem to say whatsoever. Although I will say, these apple trees, I cull every other one. A lot of these seem to be either, they seem like they must be too dense here, because soil fertility is tanking. Whereas these peach trees seem to be kind of fine. How does the orchard look? My grass is taller than the trees. So it's getting there. I don't think that that's an issue, though. I'm pretty sure the grass is just aesthetic. Yay, I'm finally producing more food. Two new villagers immigrated. Was one of them intelligent? Yay! I need to sneeze. That was a loud one. Tapping out, like, shut the music off, but trust me, you'd all be deaf if I didn't do that for you. Hoi, hello. Also need another foragery hut up here. Also gonna build a basket weaver. Think I know what they use? Yes. Pretty sure I have plenty of those. Oh no, this side's run out of fishies. Oh, they'll come back. Reminds you a bit of the Anno games? Yeah, a lot cheaper than the Anno games. I think I like it more than the Anno games. I kind of have this weird love-hate relationship with Anno. Actually, it's mostly a hate relationship with Anno, where I want to like Anno real bad, and then every time I play Anno, I really don't like it. There we go. Oh no, bear! Run! Run away, Ming! Run faster. Run way faster. Bear's chasing. It's okay, you can outrun a bear. It's fine. I like Anno until it tries to be a crappy RTS game, and then when it's a crappy RTS game, I really hate Anno. Right, so this guy seems bears seem to be able to like one-shot you. See if I can kite. Wait, oh, there's you. It wasn't teacher. It's 2 dead. 3 dead. Fine. We'll get more. Less mouths to feed. Where's the hunter shack? Did I move it? Pretty sure I did. Or not click on that. Maybe I can't actually. Hunt this bear. Oh well. It's my first deaths of this entire town. Rip. I'm gonna need to build a new wall over here, I suppose. Set in exploration spots. There, and there. 11 laborers? Yeah, F's are right, man. These aren't perfectly lined up, and you know what? That's totally fine. That's going to put a lot of strain on my food, but I feel like that's the right route to go. Also, I think it might be time to build a hospital. Maybe actually try and start farming. Because this area right here is really good. We're just going to build the smallest possible farm. Killed the teacher. Well, fortunately, it didn't. Bear is not hot for teacher, fortunately. But yeah, I don't blame you for being ready to die laughing if they killed the teacher. So, yeah, that would have been really funny. You know what? Let's actually pause construction on a bunch of these. Just build the one line. Oh, I see. It's just a clearing. All right. Well, we roll into winter now. One person is sick. Interesting. I can literally only have one trader's house. I don't actually have enough income to be able to afford the healer. We're still producing slightly more food than we're consuming. I think the full inventory. Where the hell did the inventory go? Versus in storage. Like no pelts. How the hell else do I make food? Or not food, clothing. Resources. Okay, so that takes whatever blue plant is. Do I have blue plant? We need to grow blue plant. Ay, ay, ay. To be fair, actually, I think I would have died laughing if the bear killed the teacher. Villagers succumb to illness. Oh no! Hey, chat, can I get a round of beers? We have more food now because somebody died. Woo! And there was much rejoicing. I'm a bad person. It's just in time for winter. You wanted it to kill the teacher? It would have been real weird if the teacher wasn't in the only place the teacher is supposed to be, which is either sleeping in bed, drinking in the pub, or in the the teacher's school place thing. Yeah, principal's office. This game desperately needs an easy delete tool, and if it has one, someone please point it out to me because I haven't seen it yet. Actually, maybe that's the clear tool. Hold on, does clear? Okay, yeah, okay, that is the clear tool. So I guess what I need to do is I need to go into clear. Salvage that. Palisades. Let's just extend my fence. Sure, that'll do. Clear. Salvage. Apparently you can also use it to upgrade walls. All right. Let's just speed up time through the winter while they get to this. Food stocks are low. Yeah, I know, game. Thanks for informing me. Hey, Bob. Giving this another shot. How you doing, man? Snip, snip, snip. I might actually just trade for food. Confirm. Not enough people to work there. Alright, moving. I swear I saw a trader coming in. There you are. Alright, let's see. I'm gonna buy... Wait, what? Oh, I see. Buying beer, he's not selling beer. He's selling some other things. Guess I'm gonna buy fish. Not a huge amount of fish, actually. Selling iron ore. How much iron ore do I have? I've gotten some by now. 29, it looks like. That's a shame. Buying candles, clothing. Things I don't need. Fuck it. Let's just buy what I can afford. I need to, like, you know, not starve to death. Oh, did I buy what? Guess I have to be unpaused to buy things. Interesting. Playing any fun games recently, Bob? Spent all of my money, it's fine. I guess since I got that, can I make a smithy? Or do I need... Okay, so I need a foundry to be actually able to do anything with my iron ore. Okay. So basically, everything requires heavy tools. Just need to save up a bunch of money and buy heavy tools, I suppose. I need to save up like 200 gold. Buy some heavy tools. Before my food supplies run to 0 and we all die. So... that's kind of fun. Birds' nests.
3 more months to 5 years.
Hell yeah, dude. Thank you much for keeping that sub alive for a very goddamn long time. Thanks a ton, man. Chat, can I get a big round of beers for the first notification of money in almost 4 hours? Cheers, dude. Thank you much for helping keep this channel funded. That's something I need. I need a barn. Maybe I need a barn more than I need farms. Backpack, brother. Oh, I see. You have a sword. Stab it. There you go. Goddamn hero. Okay, so what does that barn require? 100 planks. Okay. 25 wood. Okay, well, let's get that barn done. Let's just get all this stuff done. Prioritize you, because that's what I actually need. Yeah, the good fishing spots pop up every spring. And then again in the fall, which makes perfect sense. I'm also going to prioritize... Oh. I think it's time to finally build another sawmill. And then one of these. Saw pit. You finally broke down and updated your CPU. You did. I have to say that your Intel did it this time. You don't know why no one thought of what they did it before. Wait, what? I have to say Intel did it this time. What, made a good CPU? I mean, they no. Hold up. Bandits are attacking. Oh my god. Grab everybody and beat the ever-living shit out of them. Go punch them dead. We're gonna lose some people, is what it is. Shouts to this guy with the sword. Wow, they literally like run in and break. Why didn't you just open? You know, you could just open the fence, right? Shouts to this guy with the sword, but he's dead. It's okay. We got they got weapons, but we got an angry mob, so. Go get these guys and these guys. They seem to be leaving. Let them leave. I don't know. I'll tell you this. I know jack shit about tech stuff because I know this. I can't afford any of it. Even with the crashing prices, I very much can't afford any of it. With inflation and just the way the world is right now, I'm not even remotely close to a place where I can afford to buy shit. I'm just choosing to do what I always do, which is pay zero attention to everything related to tech. So I just know that first run of their current gen CPUs were bad. Maybe they've made them good. Fuck if I know. I don't honestly care all that much. But well done, RSG. I don't know what that means or how good that is, but cool. I don't even watch tech YouTubers anymore. Village was rated. Thanks, game, for telling me. Hadn't noticed. I mean, I don't see that as a problem. You could also just play games that you can stream. I guess I just have like this broken brain versus other people where it's just like, oh, can't stream that game? That's fine. Stream something else. Other games. Rockstar doesn't need your fucking promotion. Who'll care? Did we lose any from the raid? Yeah, like 3 people. We were like at 73 or something, so but like 5 people. It's not that bad. Considering like the current stock of my food supplies, though, I don't actually care all that much. I want to get this built. I also need to get this built for that to happen. The hell did they put wells in this? Wish this game had a search function. Sure. To have some extra helping hands. There's the well. Is this like AoE? No, it's like Banished. All I know is I could give 2 shits about Starfield. They could cancel Starfield and I'd be like, ah, okay. And move on with my day. It'd be hard pressed to find a game I care less about. I don't hate Bethesda. I just think they make really boring games. And I was mildly interested in Starfield, and then they released that gameplay video. It's like, oh, it's exactly the same game. Oh, cool, fire actually spreads. That's neat. But anyway, it was like, oh, it's actually exactly the same game. So I went from being like passively sort of interested to, guys, can we put out this fire, please? In case you guys can't tell, the whole city's fucking burning down. We do something about this? Maybe? Maybe not? Okay. Okay. All right. That was a big waste of everybody's time. Also running out of food. No, not the whole city. Same as what? Fallout? Okay, let's see. All of the interactions with everything looked identical. The gunplay looked god-awful. The AI looked worse. Because there's base building, I guarantee you they're going to give you the exact same mechanics that Fallout 4 had, where they're just like, your fucking town's under attack, which makes actually building the towns boring as shit and very annoying to upkeep. The space combat looked terrible. The visuals looked fine. It was pretty looking, and that was basically about all that they had going for that game that looked even remotely interesting. So I don't understand why people are so keen on it, because it's just like, there's nothing about that game that actually looks interesting or good. Everything about that game just looks bland and uninteresting. And why are you making me talk about fucking Bethesda games? The hell, dude? I thought you liked me. Seriously, man. Barn cattle can be raised for food and hides and milk. Cattle must be purchased from a visiting trader. Yeah, that's what I thought. Stores are low. Actually, hold on. Can I afford a hospital yet? Almost afford a hospital. Not quite. Yeah, because you have boring taste in video games. RSG. Sorry for just being a straight up dick to you, but you play the simple mainstream games and get annoyed and sad when games don't come out. That's the worst kind of thing, to be honest with you. Like, just play games that are out. Play games that are available. There's always amazing, interesting video games that are more mechanically dense and engaging than anything you will get from like the mainstream AAA stuff. So just go find something that interests you that is out and play that. I don't know why. I can't get down with this culture of like, oh no, this game's not out. I'm so sad now. It's like, Jesus Christ, who cares? There's 10,000 games that came out in the last 2 weeks. Go play something else. Use some of the energy that you get from being sad that other games aren't out to go play something else. It works for so many of us. It can work for you too. Still not sure what the point of that temporary housing. Seems kind of useless to me so far. I'm gonna sell this ore once they rebuild this. Let's also build another well. So I remember where it is again. There it is. I'm sorry, what orange? Who are you talking to with that? Wait, hold on a second. You don't think that RCT1 and RCT2 are about design? What? You clearly played a different game than I did then. Also, you'd like Cartel Tycoon, RSG. That just left early access. We're about to starve to death. There's literally no hunting on this map. Guess it's time to build more fishing? Because I don't really know what else to do at this point. Got 1 month of food. Also running low on labor. But I don't know. I don't want to talk to you about video games, RSG, because you have opinions that are just as strong as mine. except for reasons that just baffle me half the time, so I don't ever really have anything to say to you about games. We've had this discussion many times in the past. Where you'll just be like, I want this thing that never really existed. And then I'll be like, well, that didn't really exist ever. And you're just like, but it did. And it's like, but it didn't. What are you on about? I don't know what to say to you half the time. No, Banished was boring and easy. Light and mechanics. Good night, audio. Sleep well, dude. This is useless until... Useless until I actually have people to manage it. Looks like we're all gonna die. Played it in ages though? Well, play it again. Tell me how hard it is. Maybe it'll keep you busy until your massive, uninteresting games come out. Thanks, game, for informing me of something I'm well aware of. I don't even know if rats are an issue. You don't want to die? It's okay, you will. Just get prepared for it. Make life easier in the long run. Yeah, but I have no grain, so... I'm just kind of going through all the buildings and seeing it's like, okay, what can I build? What do I have left that I haven't built yet? Nope, that's one less mouth to feed. Still can't actually afford a hospital, so. At least those are, now I have 2 months worth of food, so that's good. Yeah, if only the game would, like, let me figure out how to eat some of these fucking bears. You know, let's just put hunting cabins on both sides. As they certainly kill the wolves that attack from the other side. I'm gonna add those 3 on there. Villager cured. The benefit is now I do have carcass of a dead animal. Benefit is I had 2 months of food for a second there. Predator sighted again. Is it another bear? Oh no, it's this guy killing a wolf. This guy will harvest it, I think. Carcass, okay, so he'll take that back and that'll become food. So it's been a while since we've had traders show up, but I'm gonna move gold over here. I also have a shit ton of clay. God, I hate this UI. I move like most of my clay. And the next person who comes and trades with us, they're buying clay. Got something to sell. Seems like the fish haven't surfaced yet this year. Yearly taxes collected. Wolf stew, yeah, you gotta love it. How many extra workers do I have? Yeah, I'm actually convinced that, like, farming just kills you. Although I only have one farmer, which is also part of the reason why this farm's taking so long to set up. There we go. Got traders here. The fisheries people are ready to go. Oh, actually, something else that I should bring, especially if this person's buying it. You buying iron ore. Buying wood. Bring a bunch of wood over. And also you buying nothing that I have, it looks like. What are you selling? Dude's got absolutely no stuff. You know, actually, let's cancel bringing that. Let's build a pottery thing and try and sell pottery. It's a better trade good. We did that in the last one briefly. Clay pit. Charcoal kiln. Produces charcoal. Soap shop requires a bunch of stuff I don't know about. Sand pit. Berry. We could do bees and honey, actually. Why don't we do that? I don't even know if that's considered food, but... if it is, we should do that. Is there constant attacks on the city? Not constant, but there are raiders. Like, this city's been raided once in 197 minutes. But predators do attack. And you can crank that slider up if you want. I'm not really into that, so I didn't. But you can. I was gonna say, if you've been here for a minute, I don't think you've seen many attacks just yet, but... Although, if you consider bills attacking, then I'm taxing my people, so I guess that's kind of the same thing. I don't know if honey is considered food, but we did just get a big spike in foodstuffs because suddenly fish's available. Like, when the fish come in, like, suddenly we have food available. It's kind of funny. All right, you. Hold a bunch of wood. Trying to think, what would I need iron for? Kind of, guess I could use it to make some barrels to store my food a bit more efficiently. Well, it's a pity he's not just Selling barrels. That would be much more useful. Looks like I can take the beeswax, make candles. Pottery is the thing that I need. I'm gonna plop that right next to the clay pit. But the other thing I was gonna build would be... If I can even find the thing that makes barrels. Unless that's in the next level. I really wish this had a search function. Because, like, I've been through this entire thing, like, twice. And I'm not sure if I've been over it or not. Or if this even is in this area. No, it's not. Okay. Storage, maybe? Wagon shop? Granary? That's what I need. Ay. I like a lot of things about this game. The UI isn't one of them. You know, it's Banished's reviews have gotten worse over the years, Orange, and to this day, I'm kind of shocked they haven't like tanked faster. Villagers feeling worse. Well, that's fine. I literally can't afford a hospital, so. Apparently my settlement has one basket in its inventory. Welcome back, Deadless. The UI is a clusterfuck RSG, and it has no tutorialization whatsoever. It does, but it's either like bugged or broken or poorly implemented, and I'm not sure which, or some of all of the above. Those are my major issues with the game. And it takes a bajillion years to load on my SSD for some reason, but there's fortunately only the one load screen. Those are my issues with the game. Just wait until you see the biggest mess of the UI for this game, which is the farming UI. We're getting pretty close to seeing. Cool. We're out of fish again. Guess that means I can remove my fishermen, or remove a bunch of them. Probably relax and drift off to sleep. Sleep is good. 18 villagers graduated. Does that mean they're going to become useful now? I don't know if them being educated is a good thing. Trying to figure out how much of a dick I am. Not food. It's flax. And some herbs. These ones are herbs. I mean, I was not harvesting them? I thought I was. There we go. Cholera! Oh, brilliant. Actually, are we getting cholera and diseases because this guy doesn't reach far enough? RSG, I got a job for you. I need more compost delivery men. Oh, there's gonna be a crop field there. Well, they certainly bring the shit. As they said earlier, it ain't much, but it's honest work. And good morning, Rolf. People are starting to wake up. To somehow improve that orchard soil quality? I don't know. It seems like apples just kind of fuck the soil quality. But, the bright side, it is slowly producing more. But it's very slow going. Also, I was gonna do this earlier. But these are what? They're peaches? Okay, so peaches seem to come from a can, because they were put there by a man in a factory. But, also seem to improve the soil quality, so. Hey, somebody stopped being deadified. Woo! Go to bed, Orange. It's pretty late where you're at then. I love how just being close to people who are working class in this game is considered not desirable. I just want to throw that out there. I think that's a little fucked up. Just a little bit. So I need to not build that work camp. I just wish one of these traders would bring a cow. Because I need a cow. Debating going on fishing at 3 a.m. Sounds pretty great. I stream tomorrow, so I will be streaming at the normal time. Because that's what I do. Alright, well, let's demolish all these. Get the wood back. Go in between these and let's make these houses nicer. Spend some of that tax money. Is honey food? I know that's a strange question to ask out loud. But what in the world is honey used for? Guess I should make a candle shop. Don't even know what candles do, aside from, like, the obvious. Three villagers attacked by predators. It's okay, we killed it. Because nobody was saying that they were dying. Anyone into pro wrestling? No, but I'm happy Vince McMahon finally got what was fucking coming to him. Piece of shit. But no, not at all. Why? Did something happen? Probably Aqua. I'll say this, if I don't have the compost piles, then people just randomly die for no reason. Yeah, I've seen like some parody wrestling stuff, but I would not describe myself as someone who's into pro wrestling. If I wanted to go to a pro wrestling show, there's actually a local small wrestling company that performs at my favorite metal venue. So theoretically, if I gave a shit, I could very easily take part in that, but I really don't. Training indie stuff? Gotcha. You heard he retired or something? He retired because there was like $12 million in damages paid out of company money that he was using as private pocket money to make girls that he forced to give him blowjobs and stuff along those lines to shut up. Call it hush money. Call it they found his dirty habits. They aired his stupid laundry. What's funny is like it's a fucking publicly traded company. The fuck's wrong with the dude? Of course, if people are gonna figure it out eventually. Fuck's wrong with you, you goddamn moron. Anyway, so crop yield, not frost tolerant, doesn't really suppress weeds. Carrots don't suppress... Wait, okay. Do I want weed suppression or do I not want weed suppression? Okay, so we'll tend to the fields. Hey, there's purple thing. But I need food. I need high yield. Let's do that. So it seems like I need a sand pit, I guess. And then down here, I work the fields in the winter. I really wish that it would show me the outcome. That would make this significantly easier. Clear prop. Hey, pilot. Let's do corn next. And then corn. I don't know if that'll work, but we'll check it after a year. Like report back basically. Villager's unhappy. Why? Oh, we're out of food. I'd do it. I mean, my town's starving, which means this is probably close to done. But, pretty good. Might run some cheese when my town dies. How's things, pilot? I hope work was tolerable today. Oh, hey, we have food stocks again. That's good. People are sick with cholera mostly. They want shoes and clothing. The needy bastards. There's nothing to hunt on this map. Which I suppose is like my own fault. Yeah, they need shoes. I mean, come on. The hell's wrong with them? This game really needs the enact child labor button. Because that would save my life. Speaking of save my life, sup, Russ? How's things, man? Hello, people from Russ's crew. How's the clowns doing? This game would be a lot easier if it, temporary shelters being attacked by what? I'm sorry, bear. Are you serious? Nobody lives here and there's just a bear attacking this building. Chat, can we give some beers to the Raiders, please? Hi, I'm blind. I play a shit ton of Dwarf Fortress normally. This game is funky and has crappy UI, but seems like it has a lot of depth, so I've been fiddling with it and enjoying it. I'm trying to figure out why this bear is attacking this barn. I mean, I guess there is 63 fish in it. Also, I really should just like get rid of this entire mining camp because it turns out it's been completely fucking useless. Go stab this bear to death. In the worst case scenario is we get more food supplies because some of you die. That's fine. We have all of these perfectly good child laborers, I mean, young people that could be working, but instead they insist on going to school. It's so strange. Go beat the crap out of this bear. Okay, never mind. Bear left. It's fine. Just let the bear go be bear. Can I hunt bear? That considered huntable? So the game insists that there is no bear here. Game? That's the bear icon. Or is that the bear icon? One of those is the bear icon. That's the boar icon. So that would be the bear icon. My guy, there's a bear, like, I mean, I know there's also iron ore, but my guy, that's a bear. What is this, banished? Basically, it's like banished with depth. It's okay, we're gonna go kill this bear now. Kill the bear, or don't. I can't afford to feed all of you, so if you die, we no longer have as much of an issue. I'm just gonna rip all this stuff down. Bear? What bear? Yeah, this game's essentially banished, but with depth. I don't know how good it actually is yet, but it made me come back for a second day, and I've played it for 12 hours now. And I'm liking it a lot more in the second run now that I know what the UI does. I'll be honest. But it's neat so far. What were you guys doing today over in Rustland? I don't even know if I have any mods here. Did anybody shout you out? I hope somebody did. Yeah, I hope I did. Sweet. Thank you, Elbow. But it's fiddly. Like, you need to get stuff from higher up in the tech tree to get to higher levels in the tech tree. So it's like, in order to advance in the tech tree, you need to, like, purchase stuff from traders to move up in the tech tree, which is neat. Dying in Zomboid, gotcha. Single player or multiplayer? I need to die more in Zomboid. Zomboid's good. Zomboid is good stuff. I like that game. The farming is like ridiculously tedious, but also kind of great? I don't know. I don't know how to feel about the farming in this game. I also don't know what a publican is. But apparently I have one. We're also out of wood. How's the farting deer? The farting front deer. You know, I think you just named my next stream of this game. The farthest farting front deer. The far, fast, farting front deer. There you go. That's, or maybe front beer? I don't know. Anyway, that's my next title for this game. Thank you. Someone who publics? Well, duh. Fortunately, it's not a Republican. Those are much worse. Also, like, I have this, like, cow field, but it doesn't work because, well, I don't have any cows. I need to buy cows. Obviously. Did I ever end up... Well, at least I'm making candles. Apparently we actually have candles now. I can make more beehives. I should do that. Also, apparently honey isn't food. So, I guess it doesn't matter how much honey you have because honey isn't food. Although, as a public figure, wouldn't that make me a publican? Oh, no. If you guys don't know Russ, you should definitely go give Russ a follow. Russ streams cool games. I think I'm going to play this a little bit longer, and if it doesn't seem like I'm going to be able to save it, then we're going to go run some cheese. But it isn't food on its own? Want to bet? You just haven't tried to eat honey hard enough yet. It's pure golden calories? Damn straight, sir. Also, I've lost, like, all of my income. I think it's because, like, all... You're gonna fuck off to Beb? Have a good time fucking off to Beb. That is such a strange sentence to read. Unfucking frontier farts. All right. There's no stones in range of this camp. Well, there is now. It's not what I need, though. Actually, what I need you to do. Harvest all the wood. And where's that other button? Harvest immature trees. I don't care how mature these trees are, just harvest them. I'm not referring to me, Pilot. I'm referring to these nerds in the video game that insist that I have no food. I have 2 whole beehives. They should simply eat those. Bees included. Just remove the pointy bit. What could go wrong? Alright, you know what? Fuck it. Let's just plop a foraging cabin in the middle of town, because apparently there's berries to pick. Let's also plop one over here, because apparently there's more stuff to pick. I don't care if they match the road. Let's see if this helps the food problem. Tell me about it. Orange. Consume bees? I mean, consume bees. Grind bees into powder, make bee flounder. Add a little bit of water, drink it. It's good for you. Like I said, just remove the pointy bit. I do have plenty of gold, but unfortunately I can't eat money. Although there is a trader here, so let's see what he's got. My boy, what do you got? Transfer gold. All of it. Confirm. Well, he's buying beer. I got no beer. Sells. He has no food. He's got wood. He's got like nothing. Dude. Oh shit. He's got a cow, but I don't have enough to sell a cow. Okay. Well, I guess I'm going to sell you all of the iron that I put here that I bought from somebody else to buy a cow. Are you for real? Even after selling all of that metal? Here, oh. It's buying this item. Do I have like... Oh, I see. I've got none here. Okay, let's bring 500 clay to this stockpile, and hopefully this idiot doesn't leave. And sell it and then buy cow. Because I need your cows. Because maybe those cows will save us. Otherwise, my population will just slowly dribble down. Oh, but... Well, that trader fucked off. The one who's here now has food. But not enough to really save me much. So F's for those cows. Fortunately, I was able to buy some food off of them, transfer more gold. Boim.
Bring out your dead!
Yep. But I had candles. Trying to automatically bring all of my candles here. All right. Well, I think I'm going to call Chatburg 2 dead. And I think we're going to go buy and sell some cheese. How does that sound to all of you lovely fools? Let's go sell some cheese. This game's neat. I do like it. Chatburg 2
for everyone!
is getting retired. But we will play more of this because I'm enjoying it. I mean, I've put 12 hours into it now, and people seem to like watching it. So we will play more of it. Those commands cost $6 a month on Patreon. Deadliest. So, unfortunately, got to pay up or don't. It's up to you. Sounds Gorgonzola to me. That's absolute brie wonderful. Now, for anybody, especially those of you from Russ, who don't know what the fuck this game is, there's more people watching this stream right now than own this game. We're about to go play a game called Cheese Runner. Cheese Runner is a, you ever played Drug Wars? It's that, but cheese. I mean, it's kind of sad, but, you know, it's at least on the leaderboard. I mean, maybe more people own it, but they haven't played the game once. Oh, also the soundtrack slaps. Whenever it decides to capture. Anytime this year, game. I'm waiting.